They told us it couldn't be done. They said the future of cinematic video was a closed system, dominated by a few heavy hitters, locked behind exorbitant price tags. They were wrong. What you're looking at right now is not just a camera. This is the Nikon ZR6K, and it is the single greatest declaration of war in the history of digital cinema. For the first time, the power of Hollywood-grade image making is no longer reserved for the top 1%. It is here, now, accessible to the dedicated creator, the independent filmmaker, the serious documentarian. In the next 30 minutes, we are going to tear apart every single specification, every engineering choice, every paradigm-shifting feature that makes the ZR the most important camera release of the decade. We're not talking rumors anymore. This is the new reality. If you are a shooter, an editor, a director, or just someone who understands that the future of content is visual quality, then what you're about to hear will fundamentally change your 2025 roadmap. Do not click away. Your next project, your next client, the next level of your career depends on understanding this machine. The 6K truth and the red factor. Let's start with the one number that changes everything, 6K. But it's not the resolution alone that matters. It's what powers it. Nikon didn't just bolt a high-resolution sensor onto a mirrorless body and call it a day. They did something utterly unprecedented. They integrated the legendary red codec technology into the heart of the ZR. This is the secret weapon, the game-changer no one saw coming. We're talking about our 3D North. DY is only as good as the glass you put in front of it. And this is where the Nikon Z mount becomes an unstoppable advantage. The widest mount in the game. The Z mount has the widest diameter and the shortest flange distance of any full-frame mount. This engineering masterpiece allows for lens designs that are optically superior, with less light fall-off and incredible light gathering ability. A lens for every budget and vision. Nikon's Z-mount lineup is mature and formidable. From the ultra-sharp f/1.8 S-line primes, which offer cinematic quality at a fraction of the cost, to the revolutionary f/0.95 Noct, you have a full spectrum of glass. If you need a cinematic look, the Z-mount delivers. If you need a lightweight zoom for documentary work, it delivers. The ZR immediately benefits from a diverse, professional, and growing ecosystem. The full-size HDMI port. This sounds small, but it's a huge commitment to professionals. No more tiny, fragile micro HDMI ports that fail on set. The ZR features a full-size HDMI, ensuring a secure, reliable connection to external monitors and recorders. This is a camera built by people who have actually worked on a film set. The software and the workflow revolution. The most beautiful image is useless if the workflow is a nightmare. Nikon and Red didn't just give you a file. They gave you a seamless post-production path. N-RAW and ProRes RAW. The ZR is expected to offer both N-RAW, Nikon's proprietary RAW codec, and full support for Apple ProRes RAW recording. This means whether you are a Mac user running Final Cut Pro or Premiere Pro, or a PC user working with DaVinci Resolve, your footage is instantly recognizable, editable, and gradable without complicated transcoding. You bypass hours of frustrating pipeline work. This is the definition of efficiency. The new Z Cinema Series. The ZR isn't an orphan product. It's the entry point to Nikon's new Z Cinema Series. This signals that the company is serious about the long game. You can expect shared color science, matching metadata, and a consistent user interface across this new line of professional video tools. This is a system you can invest in, knowing the workflow will scale as you do. The EVF that doesn't lie. They upgraded the electronic viewfinder, giving it a massive resolution bump to possibly 5.76 million dots and an exceptionally high refresh rate. Why does this matter? Because a clean, accurate EVF is the difference between nailing your focus and blowing a critical shot. You can trust what you see. You can rely on the focus peaking and the exposure tools. The competitive landscape. Why the ZR wins. We have to address the elephant in the room. Sony, Canon, Panasonic, they all have amazing cameras. But the Nikon ZR6K, at its expected price point and with its feature set, does something none of them do. It forces the competition to play catch-up on value and workflow. When you choose the ZR, you are making a deliberate professional choice. You choose uncut power. You choose 6K RAW recording that doesn't require an expensive, cumbersome external recorder. You choose internal recording to CF Type B, giving you a powerful, self-contained cinema rig. You choose seamless integration. You choose a workflow that speaks the language of Hollywood, our 3D and E-RAW, but is engineered for the speed and agility of the independent creator. You choose reliability. You choose a camera designed to handle the thermal demands of high-resolution, high-frame-rate shooting, ensuring that you never, ever miss a take due to an overheating warning. This is the ultimate hybrid camera, perfectly balanced between a professional cinema tool and a versatile, powerful mirrorless camera. It's the tool that allows you to confidently walk onto any set, big or small, and know that your footage is of the highest, uncompromised quality. Final thoughts. The camera for the next decade. The Nikon ZR6K is a pivotal moment. It's a moment of democratization. It's a moment where a legend returns to its core strength, but with a futuristic vision. This camera is not an iterative upgrade. It is an act of revolution. It delivers a cinema-grade image, a high-speed, robust workflow, and a feature set that has no peer at this level. If you were waiting for the sign to finally step up your game, to stop producing content and start making cinema, this is it. The camera is here. The revolution has begun. Now, the only question is, are you going to be a spectator or a pioneer? This is the end of the old camera wars. The Nikon ZR6K just dropped a bomb. Your move.so. We've established that the Nikon ZR6K delivers an image quality that redefines cinema accessibility. But a beautiful image is nothing without the stability and focus to capture motion flawlessly. This is where the ZR ceases to be just a sensor in a box and becomes a genuine creative partner. Autofocus, the mind reader. Forget the days of Nikon's autofocus being a step behind. The ZR is rumored to integrate the next-generation AF system, inheriting the sophisticated subject detection and 3D tracking capabilities from Nikon's flagship Z8 and Z9 models. This isn't just fast, this is prescient. Subject recognition across 9 types. The system doesn't just see a face, it recognizes people, animals, and vehicles, locking onto the most critical point, often the eye, and sticking like glue. Imagine shooting an interview in a crowded street or a fast-paced documentary sequence. The ZR eliminates focus hunting. It gives you the confidence to shoot wide open at f/1.8 or f/1.2, where your depth of field is razor thin, and still nail the shot every single time. Wider coverage, deeper sensitivity. With nearly 100% frame coverage, you can place your subject anywhere in the frame and maintain perfect focus. And critically for filmmakers, the low-light performance is expected to drop to an incredible -10 electron volts. That is moonlight sensitivity. In other words, if you can see it, the ZR can focus on it. This is the difference between a usable scene and a wasted shoot. In-body image stabilization, rock-solid results. Shaky footage screams amateur. The ZR's in-body image stabilization, or IBIS, is expected to offer up to a staggering 7 or even 8 stops of compensation. Handheld cinema. This isn't just a minor improvement. It's a creative tool. You can walk, you can run and gun, and the footage will look like it was shot on a lightweight gimbal. It liberates you from the weight and complexity of heavy rigging. You can use longer focal length lenses handheld and still achieve clean, professional, jitter-free results. The Synchro VR advantage. When paired with Nikon's vibration reduction lenses, the system works in complete harmony, combining the lens and the body stabilization to create a platform that is nearly impossible to shake. For independent shooters who can't afford a dedicated crew or bulky Steadicam, the ZR is the most stable full-frame camera ever made. Storage and data integrity. Never stop rolling. The commitment to professional workflow extends to how the camera handles its massive data load. Shooting 6K RAW is a data-intensive operation. Dual-slot reliability. The ZR will feature dual memory card slots, a crucial, non-negotiable feature for professionals. We're talking about CF Express Type-B for the main video recording, paired with a high-speed UHS-2 SD slot for redundancy, overflow, or high-resolution stills. CF Express Type-B power. This is the key to sustained 6K recording. The massive write speeds of CF Express B cards are the only way to reliably capture the huge R3D&E RAW files without the buffer filling up. This means no more arbitrary recording limits. You can roll on a long take, you can roll on an entire scene, and the camera will not choke. It's built to record until the card is full or the battery dies. Reliability and security are built right into the body. The combination of next-level, mind-reading autofocus, rock-solid in-body stabilization, and a professional-grade, reliable storage system is what elevates the ZR6K from a mere camera to a complete cinema ecosystem. It's not about capturing an image. It's about capturing the moment flawlessly.